Good morning, spirits. Can't say my morning's been that great, but got locked in the other room I was staying in, so I got switched to this room. Something's wrong with that lock, I don't know. So she get there. I want to sit there. You sit there on the floor. So who's in this room? I guess I get to bug you tonight. There's a Black Rose here, the prostitute. Black Rose, are you here? George? Can you light up something on the bed if you're here? One of my devices? Hello? Can't hear you. Talking to that black box, speak loud and slow. Do these spirits lack energy? Is it boring where you're at? Oh, it's them. Oh, too bad you're stuck with me. Who said that? Who said get out of this room? Who's touching that device? It's not your room. You didn't live here. What makes you think this is your room? It's not your home. This is not your house. Hey, don't beg. You got to, dog.
Jerk.
You say jerk? Stop itching. What's your problem? Maybe you guys are more active during the day. Who's lighting up the rm13? What? Speak louder. Can't you speak louder? Am I really bothering you by being here? What? You're talking too low on that box. Speak up. Are you really weak spirits, or you just can't figure it out? Were you able to see the REM HD mic? The one over here, were you able to see that? Come on. You want to jump up here? Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my God. Why do you act like you can't jump anymore? Hey, I'm not going to pick you up if you're not going to flop on the ground. Can't have it both ways. Make up your mind. Get your food. Get your food. Get it. Get it. Get your food. Get your food. Get your dog food. Get it. Get your food. Oh, you're getting the spirits worked up, Sashi. Hey, no itching. You and your allergies, I swear. Definitely time you get your allergy shot again, I guess. Get your food. Are you not going to play now? Any evil spirits here? I heard get out of here. Speak up. You're not very intimidating. And you're talking really low. Alejandro's going to pray you away, spirits. He's going to pray that you leave and move on. Maybe I should pray for you to move on. Can't hear you. Come on, speak up. I don't know why their voices are so weak on here. Come on, talk in this device I'm touching right now. Speaking to this radio at the red light. Do you spirits know what a radio is? Yeah, St. George, I don't know. It's a little bit like this place. But they're more physical, and there's something definitely malevolent there. Possibly demonic. But they don't necessarily talk a lot there now. Hey, would you ask Joseph if he's going here tonight? Because Alejandro was asking. He said he'd probably offer him room 3 because room 12 is there's somebody going to be next door. Just got to get up early, so he doesn't want that guest being disturbed, I guess. Not sure whether to leave this on while I'm showering. I don't think I'm going to because I might run out of battery on my phone. Hey, Spirit, you're super boring. Hearing knocking, but I'm assuming that's the maid. Let me go see. Oh, wait, shit, I hate this door here. I have to unlock it from the inside. It's weird. This hotel is so quirky. I think she was in there because the bed is stripped, so. That's me triggering that. Yeah, that wasn't me. Hello? You light up that lantern again? Oh, somebody's intelligent here for once. Who are you? Who's lighting up the lantern? Can you do it again? Alright, so somebody here is intelligent. Can you speak on the black box on the bed? If you're having trouble, light up the lantern. If you're having trouble speaking on there. You're not having trouble speaking on there? It seems like you are. You are having trouble? Come on, Sasha, eat your food. You're being stubborn. Oh, man. Light up that lantern over there on the shelf again, please. Are you still over there? Can you light up one of the lanterns on the bed? What are you doing? You don't want me touching you at my feet. But you keep coming back. You're a weird dog. Get you. What do you spirits think of Sasha here? Alright, well, I think I'm going to do a quick DR and then turn this off and take a shower. Much needed shower. You have anything else to say on that box? Do this few voice recordings and then that's going to be it for now. What the hell is that noise? Is that the restaurant? Chatbot? What's chatbot? Who is the spirit who lit up the lantern on the shelf over there? Can you talk in this gray recorder? Who is the male spirit who was telling me to get out of his room? How many spirits are here? If you're a male spirit, tap on the wall once. If you're female, tap twice.
Who is the spirit who lit up the lantern on the shelf over there? Can you talk in a prayer recorder? Who is the male spirit who was telling me to get out of his room? How many spirits are here? Your male spirit, tap on the wall once. Female, tap twice.
I thought I heard a tapping noise on the recorder with tap once for if you're male. Who lit up the lantern? Can you do it again? Talk in this gray recorder I'm holding here. Who's doing that? I don't have neighbors. Are you not able to speak?
Talking this gray recorder I'm holding here. Who's doing that? I don't have neighbors.
I'll get out.
Are you not able to speak?
I think I heard it get out.
Talking this gray recorder I'm holding here. Who's doing that? I don't have neighbors. Are you not able to speak?
There's a faint get out on there. Oh, Ray Baker, yeah, I forgot about him. The guy we believe murdered Anna Corbin at Preston Castle down the road. Ray Baker, are you here from Preston Castle? Do any of you spirits know Anna Corbin? What's the name of this hotel?
Ray Baker, are you here from Preston Castle? Any of you spirits know Anna Corbin? What's the name of this hotel?
I heard yes after the Anna Corbin. That sounded like a little bit of a growl too. Is there a way to turn up the volume, Mike, or is that the loud as loud as it gets? Does rolling this up make it get louder? Oh wait, does that? I can't read that. What the hell? Let me try to open that door. Did you just open this door?
Which door?
The door right here? Did you try to open it?
No.
You didn't?
No.
I just heard somebody try to open it.
I shut this door, but that's it.
Oh,
You're out of this room, right?
Yeah, because I was having problems with that lock. It got locked in.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he was still asleep, I think.
Oh no.
So I was a little panicky, and my dog had to go out.
Okay.
Okay, that was weird. These doors are not fun to deal with. So she did not open my door, but I definitely heard somebody trying to play with the door. Yes, these are EMF readers. These are REM pod lanterns. REM pod lanterns are like REM pods. They generate their own EMF field, and then something comes by and touches them and breaks that field, and it lights up. Same thing with the REM HDs, which you've probably never seen before because they don't make these anymore. These ones also pick up static energy. This one here does with the two antennas, and this one does, which was going off earlier. And temperature, it reads temperature changes. Cat balls, you know, they light those up. They make a connection. They usually don't actually physically move them. I'm not using my laser gray because I'm charging the batteries and it's not dark enough. And the Connect I'll probably use later tonight. That tracks spirits as stick figures. I don't have any motion device. Oh, I do have a motion device, the one over there. That was going off. And then this lantern here is like a K2 meter. Anyways, let me try one more time for a shower. Anything you want me to ask? Yeah, this is not the most active hotel, but it's hit and miss. Like last time we were here, we got a lot of activity, but I've been here like times before and didn't get much. So this room's usually active. And 12 last time we were here was really active, but it wasn't for me yesterday. I'm not sure what that's about, but spirits move, things happen. Yeah, I do a lot of sessions at home. You saw an orb? Well, I've been hot. That's partially why I'm not at home right now, because my AC is not working. But it's pretty hot here too, even with their wall units. Thank you. If you're still here, spirits, can you light up something? You seem to like that lantern on the shelf over there. And I guess this REM HD over here with the two antennas. Can you light one of those up, or a cat ball? Can you talk into this recorder? Tell me who you are. Are there any spirits from Preston Castle here? Can you talk into this recorder? Yeah, I don't need to be told what to do. Please, can you stop? For one thing, I don't care if they follow me home. I don't care if they use my energy as long as they're interacting. So I don't need to be told what to do. I've been doing this for a long time. So
Can you talk into this recorder? Tell me who you are. Are there any spirits from Preston Castle here? Can you talk into this recorder?
okay, I didn't hear anything there. Anybody have any questions you want me to try to ask? Hey, Mike, do you remember George's last name? When the guy from Preston told us about him. most reliable piece of equipment. I mean, I do like the SLS cam. I know it gets harped on by debunkers. They claim they're debunking it, but I've seen it do intelligent things on there many times, including recently at the Hill House Inn. Had a spirit sitting on the toilet. He waved at me when I asked him to wave, and then later came back in that bathroom and he was literally wiping himself and grabbing the toilet paper. I mean, that's intelligent. You can't. That there's no. Oh, yeah. Um, I don't know. I like these lanterns. They're pretty cool. They're like a REM pod. I think the guy's still making them on eBay. I'm not quite sure. And I don't remember his name offhand. Actually, I'm not sure if he is still making them, but you probably could find them elsewhere. I know they this one they sell on the ghost hunting websites. It's kind of pricey though. This is actually not my favorite thing. It's a lot like a K2 meter. It's just more visual. You can see it better than a K2 meter. I've gotten cheaper ones. I don't have one out right now. It's like a tower with bars that go up and down, but it's really sensitive. Cat balls I think are pretty good to use. They're also, again, debunkers try to debunk it, but you know, there's been times I do sessions, they never go off. Other times it'll seem to intelligently go off when I ask them to light it up. I mean, is it possible they can go off from, you know, you bumping something? Yes. Motion devices, some of those are, I don't know. I've gotten some that are not real great. Like Pyramid, Paranology's guy, he's a con artist. I don't even think he's selling anything anymore. I've had those break down. But you could just get a cheap motion device with a little ringing sound on it. It should work. Laser grids, those are good. They have the cheap pen kind, but they kind of burn out after I think 10 or 15 minutes. But I've gotten ones that last longer. Actually, on Temu, they have some better pens that I've been using. They last for about an hour, hour and a half. Actually, I'd say about an hour. And then I would definitely recommend the SB7 Spirit Box. That's my favorite. I have used other kinds, Shack Hack type kinds, but I don't know. I think the SB7 is pretty reliable, but they're all different. I don't know why. I've bought different ones. They sound different. My friend Mike on here, Dark Encounters Paranormal, he's using one that a caregiver gave to me that he was doing witchcraft, and it's got some evil shit coming through, and they say his name, which is weird. I don't think he's dead either. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't talk to him anymore. He was a weird person. I didn't know he was doing witchcraft until close to when he left. You know, being hired, my employment, I guess you can say. Oh boy, I'm gonna sneeze here. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna. Oh boy, sorry. Did I trigger those cat ball? That's weird. Oh no, I just saw something. What was that? Did you see that? It was like a white blurry thing that went up here. I can't fake the sneeze. I want to try to replicate that because I don't know why the sound would trigger those over there, because it didn't trigger any of these cat balls. These would be the ones that would be to go off if it was sound related, motion, not sound related, but like, you know, vibration. Yeah, that's weird. Can you light up those cat balls again? Worst ghost experience I've ever had? What, in terms of scary or what? I've had demonic cases that done deliverances on and been involved in some exorcisms with the priest and a supposed demonologist who I'm not going to mention, but okay, don't spam or you're going to be blocked. Okay, you're gone. I don't know why people gotta act stupid. In terms of scary, the one I tell people that always comes to mind is a double possession I had happen on a ghost tour I was doing at an old farmhouse in Turlock, California. It already had some not nice spirits there, malevolent spirits, possibly demonic. I don't know. At least the farmer guy that owned the property thought they were demons. He actually burned the farm down. That's a long story. These two girls came out with a demon. They were talking about one of their houses, and they both got possessed on the tour. One of them was like the movies. It wasn't the actual girl who had the initial attachment, it was her friend. She was worse. But yeah, she was literally like growling, guttural, not human growls, and rolling in the dirt, and tried to claw her friend and scratch her and told her not to touch her, and then cackled when I said some prayers and sprayed her with holy water. And but yeah, it was pretty bad. I thought she was literally going to pounce on me like an animal. The way she was looking at me on the ground is I don't want to experience that again. I was not prepared for that. I was alone pretty much. I mean, her friend just snapped out of it. She was having like grand mal seizure type behavior, when I was praying over her, putting holy water on her, moaning. Yeah, I don't want to experience it again. I know they weren't faking it. They were provoking too. They were provoking in the farmhouse. After initially coming there asking for my help because they claimed that two priests and a psychic that went to their house, it did no good for them, so they were still having problems. But some people bring this stuff on themselves and they think there's a quick fix, and there usually is not a quick fix for that kind of thing. It's a process. I mean, you need to help yourself. You need to go to church. You need to make whatever changes, whatever bad habits you were doing, or witchcraft or conjuring that you were doing. Yeah, it was bad. It was, like I said, the second girl was like the movies. She didn't levitate, but she might as well have. She pretty much did everything else except puke, pea soup, vomit. She was choking too at one point. Yeah, that's how it actually started, is she was choking, which a spirit there at the farmhouse does do or did do back when it was still standing to females for some reason. We were thinking, based on the investigations, that somebody was hung by a noose. There was an old water tower in the back where it looked like there was a noose up on the second level. But there was a room on the upper floor, too, of the house where there was a female spirit that was, I don't know, she had like issues with her talking, breathing, I don't know. How to tell if there's ghosts? That one's hard to answer because everybody's perception of spirits is different. Not everybody's spiritually open to seeing them or hearing them. Or a lot of people do feel them because being an empath is fairly common. I mean, if you pick up on people's emotions without them telling you, or pick up on their ailments, like maybe you feel their pain or their sadness, and you're probably an empath or sensitive, they call them too. It's basically the same thing. But those people also pick up on spirits, but they usually just feel them, like literally touching, feeling, and emotionally. But then you have mediums who can actually see and hear them. Psychic mediums. But not everybody does that. And then you have those rare few people who've never had a paranormal experience, and suddenly their mother, will say, dies, and then the mother visits shortly after, and then they never have an experience again. And that just could be the spirit of the mother, maybe in angelic form, that they want to give them a message, one last message. Of course, I do think angels can contact you in dreams. I think that's more common for angelic beings. But demonic ones can also contact you in dreams and nightmares. And what do you call it? Sleep paralysis. I don't think sleep paralysis is always demonic, but it can be demonic. But yeah, demons and angels have a lot of energy. They could do a lot of things, more than an ordinary ghost or earthbound spirit can do. AKA purgatory spirit for me. I call it purgatory. It only has bad kids on sequences? What does that mean? Yeah, I'm not a big believer anymore in like the metaphysical things you can do to stop them or block them. I mean, maybe there's something to grounding stones, maybe there's something to grounding yourself, but I just haven't really seen enough proof of that. I don't think envisioning a light or a bubble around you is going to protect you. I do think prayers help, though. That can deter the evil spirits. I do think holy water and getting blessed and things like that religiously can help. But crystals and meditating, if anything, that can actually stir things up, because you're opening yourself up to spirits, meditating or doing Reiki or Kundalini. Those all can really open you up to good and bad spirits, with there being a good chance of there being some bad ones that would come through. Of course, people that do Reiki think it's all just light work and positivity, but it's not always the case. You're opening doors with any of that stuff. Witchcraft, you're opening doors. What I'm doing is opening doors, but I'm already open. I've already grown up with this stuff. It doesn't really make it worse for me. They're always there, so they follow me regardless of what I do. If anything, trying to communicate with them seems to settle them down. They leave me alone more when I try to communicate with them at home. But for the average person, I would not recommend doing this in your home. I mean, if you really, really want to, that's your choice. And you got to be careful, because some people want to communicate with a deceased loved one, and sometimes it's not the loved one coming through, but something mimicking their voice. Because I've had that happen too. And that's usually an evil demonic spirit that does that. But it's not just spirit communication that can open those doors. Even watching horror movies or like heavy metal, dark music, I think all those things can open doors to potentially bad spirits. Being a negative person, doing bad, that could all open doors. And if you don't believe me, ask any priest, because they will agree. Man, I could really smell whatever cleaning agent she used in the other room. It's kind of gagging me. Spirits, light up that lantern if you don't like those cleaning agent smells. was like pine sol or what it is, but hello, Juicy, and Bella's art. Oh yes, I forgot about that. Drugs and alcohol. That'll definitely open you up to bad spirits. Yeah, anything mind altering like that definitely exposes you. Even being mentally ill, like in mentally born, mentally having mental issues when you're, from birth. I think even they're prone to possibly demonic attack, autism. That's why sometimes these school shooting serial killers, sometimes they are under demonic attack or influence. I mean, I don't want to say like 100% of them are. I mean, I don't know, but I can guarantee you a lot of them are. Because that's ultimately what demons want to do. They want you to hurt yourselves, hurt others, fight with your family, deny God. Yeah, that's basically what they want to do. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Lorraine Warren. I think her and her husband were, I don't know if they were 100% frauds, but they were definitely sketchy. A lot of it was for profit. There was some not truths that they told with some of their stories, like the Conjuring House. And I've also heard some weird stories that apparently there is evidence of with her husband, and I'm trying to think of how it went down, but yeah, some sexual stuff that was quite gross with somebody that lived with them that was underage initially, and she was aware of it. So I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. But apparently the woman, she's now a woman, spoke out about that in the past. And I've also heard with their museum that a lot of those items are from thrift stores and garage sales. They're not really haunted items from different cases. At least most of them are not. And then you have the Annabelle Raggedy Ann doll, which they claim nobody should touch, but you got to wear special oven mitts to touch it. And yet they have it on display for people to be exposed to and see, and they move it around and they take it different places and charge you a fee to see this stuff. And I think that's all very hypocritical. Oh, you mean Ed Warren? A bad spirit got him? I don't know. Do they make you be a pedophile? I don't know. I guess that's possible. But yeah, I would not pay money to go to their museum. I forget if it's the nephew or grandson that's running it now, but he's really trying to milk it for what it's worth. Of course, at the actual house of the Warrens, they can't have a business. There's no business. It's not zoned for that there, so that's why he's taking stuff elsewhere, like a circus show. Yeah, I forget her name from the Conjuring House. She said that the Warrens basically just kind of barged in on their family. They weren't like invited there. And I think she said that her father hit Ed in the face. I guess he pissed him off. Because supposedly the mother was thrown across the room, and Ed said not to do anything. back or something like that. I don't know if that's all true. I mean, you have the question whether the mother, was physically actually thrown by a spirit across the room. I don't know. I don't know. Spirits could do. It's surprising what they could do, especially if they're demonic. I mean, my friend Mike, I don't know if he's still on here. He could attest to that because they tried to push him down the stairs at Hill House Inn. And I've had them try to push me too, but I can't remember where. It was a long time ago. I think it was Lock Chinatown, actually. Are you spirits reacting to me saying Lock Chinatown? Is what the one from the actual movies? Oh, are you saying those movies like the real Conjuring case? No, they embellish all those. It's all exaggerated for the movies. I mean, you have some where there's a grain of truth, or like for example, The Exorcism Emily Rose, even though that's not her name and she was from Germany, not from America, they did actually make that movie pretty close to her life, except for how she died. Because apparently she got very emaciated and like she was starving and dehydrated, and although the priest and her parents claimed that she was being fed, or they tried to feed her, I don't know, but she would eat like spiders and drink her own urine, and she claimed the demons wouldn't let her eat. I actually believe that story. There was a a trial over that too, where the parents and the priest, I think they might have let him off or gave him like a light sentence, but for abuse, they claimed it was abuse. Hey, King Robert. But anyways, that's a pretty good movie if you do like scary movies that are lightly based on factual evidence, but yeah, as a spirit, most spirits don't have that kind of energy to do that, especially ghosts, like human spirits. They usually don't have that kind of energy to chuck somebody across a room. If anything, it's going to be demonic if something like that happens. Can you light up that lantern if you don't like me talking about demons? I know a lot of times when I'm at other locations, they seem to not like me talking about that kind of stuff. But this one I'm not as familiar with. But like Hill House or at home, yeah, they would react to it. You had a hammer thrown at you? Someone knocked under a concrete floor. I've seen orbs, seen things move across the room. It's fascinating. Yeah, that's interesting. Knocking under a concrete floor? Hmm. How do I stay calm? I don't know. I'm just used to it. They don't really scare me, so. Living people scare me more than spirits do. Not to say that spirits are nice. A lot of them are not nice, unfortunately. But you're gonna have to consider they're not in a good place. Because the ones that I'm communicating with, and most people are communicating with, they're not angels. They're not in heaven. they're earthbound or in purgatory or in hell. I do believe some of them are communicating from hell. At least they say that. The ones that are earthbound, though, it seems like they have trouble telling me where they're at, unless they actually use like a geographical location, like a name of a town. But they don't say like I'm stuck between heaven and hell, or they don't really use the term purgatory. Although I've had some allude to it, they'll like light something up when I ask if they're in purgatory. But it's almost like they don't want to reveal stuff about the afterlife, or they don't know. I'm thinking it's kind of more they don't know, but I'm sure there's some secrets they don't want to tell us. I think I've even had them say that before. It's like there's things you don't need to know, kind of response. If you took a bath in holy water, would the demon be able to possess you? I mean, I kind of doubt it. Ooh, lantern and the cat ball. I still keep forgetting to bring that REM pod doll in here. See if they'll light that up. I'll have to do that later. I guess I could say to that response that there are historically people who are pious or religious that have been attacked by demons, but those cases, it's usually higher ranking demons and they're testing their faith, and it's not as common. And usually, those kind of people can fight them off unless they end up becoming martyrs for it, which can happen. And that's kind of like the Emily Rose case, at least in the movie. Actually, even the real person, there's people that consider her a martyr for her Catholic faith, and they visit her grave like a shrine. But there's been stories of like nuns from medieval times and even priests, and I mean Jesus even was tempted by the devil, right? In the desert. But I'd say the vast majority of people that are under demonic oppression or possession usually are bringing it on themselves by doing something they shouldn't be doing, like witchcraft, conjuring, drugs, abuse. Sometimes it's indirect, though, with being cursed by a witch, or sexual, physical abuse can sometimes bring it on to the victim, which is not fair, but I've come across those cases too, and it's very not fair. But I don't understand why. But I guess it's just being exposed to the negativity, and then whoever's doing that to them has probably got the demonic attachment. We're talking about demons, basically. Demons and ghosts, spirits, and poltergeist spirits that can move things or hurt people. I personally think poltergeists are usually demons. I know there's a lot of people that don't believe that, or think that poltergeists are a separate entity, or that I'm hearing something over there. I don't know if that's little taps. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going off of my own experiences. I'm not going off of paranormal fake TV shows or Ghost Adventures or even the movies. It's just based on things I've seen with demonic cases I've been involved with, and hauntings and investigations, and things that people have told me that I do believe and trust their experiences. But it's complicated. There's not like a cut and dry definition of spirits and their abilities. I mean, there are patterns, like with demonic cases, demonic attack, there are patterns of things that happen to those people and those connected to them family. So, I mean, it's very common to get angry and depressed, for family members to fight with the person under attack, or if the whole family's under attack. Um, Bad smells is pretty common. Smells of death or rotten meat or eggs, sulfur, feces, urine, bad smells. Mimicking of voices of living people that are not around is a dead giveaway, no pun intended. What else do they do? I mean, you have more extreme ones like physical strength, psychic abilities they didn't have before. Did I just see a shadow up there? I saw a shadow by that green light on the ceiling. What else do they do? Sometimes there's infestations of pestilence, like bugs and flies and things like that, spiders. That one's kind of, I don't know. That one could possibly be debunked though. But I mean, if it's cumulative, if you got other things going on that are weird and unexplained, poltergeist activity that doesn't always happen with demonic cases, but it can. Sorry, I had a call that interrupted there. I'm gonna have to. I gotta take a shower though. I was gonna go to the cemetery, but I know it's gonna be hot there. I'm afraid to leave my dog in the car. But maybe I can take her out and walk her with me somehow and carry my stuff. I don't know, but we'll see. Do you think something's stopping on from telling you what's happening in the afterlife? Yeah, I do think that there's spirits that try to prevent maybe other human spirits from telling too much. Or maybe they just don't know. Can't stand those fake ghost shows. It's so yeah, there's so many fake ghost shows. One thing I always bring up is the vast majority of them do not do YouTube Live because you can't edit it. And they won't do that because they know that they fake and they're not going to get any evidence, or they're not at a haunted location, because some of them do get like Airbnbs, that just random Airbnbs, and pretend like they're haunted. I'm trying to think of examples of people that do, well, Twin Paranormal does that. I think CJ Faison's probably done that. Omar Gosh, all fakes. Who else? Who else? I don't care if they come after me for that. I'm a small channel anyway, so they're not going to bother coming after me. I'm drawing a blank here. Who's the other guy? Kind of looks like, well, he doesn't look like CJ Faison. Yeah. Drawing a blank. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh, Sam and Colby. I don't think they're the worst offenders. I'm not a fan of theirs, but I think with them it's more like, I don't know. I don't trust them either. I think they get fake evidence. I don't think they're purposefully trying to fake. But I could be wrong. Like the Conjuring House episodes, that big one they did with Cody and Satori, who are proven fakes. Is it Sam? I think it's Sam, the blonde guy. He started crying, which he's a good actor, because there's a video of him where they fake like a kidnapping scene or something like that, and he's able to cry easily, so he's obviously a good actor. And also there was something he did with Cody and Satori in like a dance hall or dance room or something, where they had an EDI device, which I do have. I don't have it out right now. I think it actually might still be in my car. I have a couple of them. But the EDIs, there's certain, it's hard to explain, certain features on there that you can turn on and off. One of them is a geophone, which is a vibration sensor. It's got orange lights on the bottom, and then there's red for temperature and blue, kind of a bluish green color for EMF. And he obviously, just watching it, I could tell he turned off the geophone feature, which is super sensitive to tapping, because that's what they do. Cody and Satori, they tap they're either tapping their toes. They're more likely he's popping his ankles, or possibly popping his toes and making those tapping noises. But at any rate, it would pick that up on the floor because he put it close to them. But he turned off that geophone. The only thing that was going off was the EMF sensor, which he was probably triggering with his phone or something. So that shows me that that Sam and Colby are aware of Cody and Satori being frauds. But anyways, that was a long tangent I just went on. Who's lighting that up? Yeah, when ghosts walk in the room, they can make it cold. Although I think that cold feeling is around the person more than the whole room. Ouch. Ooh, I almost got a cramp there. And I think part of that cold sensation is like a static energy, because that can like generate a cold sensation, I suppose. At least that's my theory anyways. Because I've been in like hot rooms or been hot, and then all of a sudden I get tingling, cool sensation. So I do think that's spirit. I think it's static related. Triboelectric, they call it triboelectric energy, which I do believe spirits use or emit along with the EMF, electromagnetic field. I mean, people say they're energy all the time, but of course the scientists, those who are more scientifically inclined, are like, well, what kind of energy? But I mean, we don't really know for sure. We just know that they do manipulate devices that pick up on EMF and static. So, and they do drain batteries, and they do drain people's energy. Of course, those are different things, different kind of energy, but I mean, it's still related, I guess, in some ways. I mean, they say that we have enough energy in us to power a light bulb, or on our brain anyway. And people can generate EMF too, a small amount. And then, of course, certain clothing and carpets, polyester clothing, that can emit a little bit of static too. Or I could take a plastic bag and rub it on my hair and put it by this device over here, and it'll pick up on that. In fact, let me see if it'll do that right now. It's not exactly a plastic bag, but it is plastic. So rubbing my hair. Actually, it's already going off from here. Can you see that? Oh, yeah, see? Picking up on that static there. Yeah, so that picks up on EMF, like a REM pod, one of the antennas, and the other one's static. And temperature reader. And I wish they made those still. I don't remember who the seller was on eBay, but I really like those. And I'll probably never find one again. Unless somebody else makes one. Somebody wants you, spirits. I don't know if you'll do it. Can you make something light up for 5 seconds? So far, you've lit up the cat balls, that lantern over there. There is a motion device I think they triggered. That's making that green light. And then this RAM HD. Can Can you light up something, please? I don't know if they'll do it because they don't really know me and they're not all liking me being here. And I wasn't really in a good mood yesterday because they weren't talking. And I had a bad day. So they might be pissed off at me even more. But pretty much every time I've come here, they've been grouchy, not want me here, get out, leave, kind of stuff. I've only had one ghost experience, and it was at someone else's house, and basically it just got really cold all of a sudden. And like the stuff started to go off, and I don't really know how to explain it. Cat balls, they're smaller than a golf ball. I'm gonna try this again. This was something they did yesterday. This doesn't fully lock because it's like packed. It also looks like it, maybe it's not damaged. But yeah, they packed it, but it still kind of closes and locks, sort of, but yeah, see it kind of. So I did that yesterday and it popped open, and then I did it again and they didn't open it for the longest time. And then they did finally do it. And then after that, I reset it like it is now, and it never opened up after that. So can I say 100% that's paranormal? I don't know, because it does kind of want to pop open. But I think because of that, it's kind of easy for them to open if they want to, so it's hard to say. I would rather them open an actual door, but these doors are so sticky, they get stuck. I actually got locked in my other room, that's why I'm in this one now. I could not open that door. Aiden says he wants to be your friends. Can you please light up something for Aiden? Have you seen Little Lightning yesterday? I think I did see that name, actually. Yeah, I think I did. I don't know if that was today I saw that. I think I saw that name yesterday. Can you open this closet door, spirits? Make it pop open? Sasha, quit biting yourself. Sasha, hey. You definitely need an allergy shot. Sasha! Yeah, what is your problem, dog? You're gonna lose your hair. You made bald spots. Your tail still never recovered from when you ripped out all that hair. I don't want you to be a bald dog. You're too cute for that. Quit biting yourself. Thank you. Spirits, light something else up before I go, please. Okay, I heard a loud tap. Did you hear that? Are you tapping on the wall? Can you tap 2 times loud? Can you light up that lantern on the shelf? What do you think? Little munchkin? Am I blinding you? Am I blinding you? Yeah, my dog has seen spirits before. In fact, she's recently stared at something at home and kind of freaked me out a little bit because I wasn't seeing it. There have been times though where she's seen something I've seen at the same time, but yeah, there's been a few times that I'm like cuddling with her and she looked at me and then all of a sudden she looks to the side of me staring at something, and that's kind of weird because there was nothing there. But yeah, she's done that a few times recently, and then there was a time not long ago at Hill House Inn. And this I've never seen her do before because she's always glued to me. She's got separation anxiety. She'll cry if I leave her in the room and scratch at the door, which is not good. But at Hill House, she saw something up the stairs and followed it up there and then stood on top of the landing looking out across the stairs and something floating in the air. And I was calling her and she was not reacting to me. She was completely ignoring me. And it looked like she was happy, whatever she was seeing. Mike saw it. I don't know if Mike's still in the chat. I've also had a time at home, this was a few years ago, I think, where I don't think anybody else was in the house. Yeah, I wasn't alone. And, wait, no, I think my father might have been there. He was bedbound, though. So I know he's not physically walking around, but the dog started growling at something in the hallway and from bed early in the morning. And I was not happy about that. That was a little freaky. I mean, one thing if she's growling at the front door, but no, she was growling at something in the hallway from the bedroom. But yeah, I think a lot of times she sees them and just kind of doesn't pay them much attention. I mean, she'll stare at them, she'll perk up, but I don't really like see her try to chase things. I have seen her like walk into the hallway though and then like not come back or respond to me. So maybe she is following something. I know I have a ghost dog that actually looks similar to her, my old dog. Slightly different mix, but both had Pomeranian. But one of the caregivers from my dad would see, he said it looked like Sasha, but it wasn't Sasha. You know, a ghost dog. But he didn't know that my old dog looked similar. Yeah, you see ghosts, huh? Yes, you do. Spirits, come on, light something up real quick before I go. I really need a shower, and I was going to go somewhere before it gets hot, but I think it's going to be too late. It's already getting hot. And I don't want to light anything up. I probably should have used the SLS. I'll use that later tonight or this afternoon. I'm going to try room 12 again before whoever is staying there comes. Is it room 12? Maybe it's room 11. I can't remember. I don't know. Ooh, what was that? An orb? Alright, well, I'm going to get going. Bye, guys.